Was a tremendous old blonde hag, and the most famous Scottish person in American history would definitely have to be Scotty from Star Trek. So everybody can do a crap Scottish accent when they're like 5 years old. Unfortunately, all you can say is, "Captain, the engines are going to blow," which totally does not come in handy in a taxi here, as I found out last night. I've got to be speaking Esperanto when I get into the cabs, because the cab drivers don't understand a word that I say, man. Every night I get into the cab after my show. Last night I ended up in Aberdeen, you guys. I must sound like this to them. Yeah, 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 yeah. Damn it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wrong way, dude. Because this is what they sound like to me. You specky git. I'm going to tell an airline joke now, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm an American comedian and we are required by the union to tell an airline joke. Driving over... Yes, I like to start all my airline jokes with driving. Driving over to the airport, parked my car, got on the escalator, went up, bought a ticket, got on the plane, and then the hilarity began. Driving over to Scotland, and boy, was it wet. Flew over on Continental, which is a fabulous... name for an airline, and something was up with the pilot, man. He was having a bad pilot day.
This is your captain speaking, Captain Doug McKechnie. I'll be talking to you from the cockpit. Today we'll be traveling at an altitude of approximately 35,000 feet, and she's gone. I don't know if you've ever woken up and found the entire house empty, not even a goddamn note. Estimated arrival time at London Heathrow is 1:45, but really, what's the point, ladies and gentlemen? Today's in-flight entertainment, the Battle of Britain and the Hindenburg. Please relax and enjoy your flight.
Thanks a lot, you guys. That's been my time. Peace. Salt and sauce, man. Thank you, darling.
Every month, McDonald's brings you a new flavor of the month. For September, it's McRib. Made with pickles, onions, and 100% pure pork in a barbecue sauce. Great food, great value. McDonald's McRib. Not a dry blackthorn day.
It's ice cream, but it's grown-up ice cream.
Magnum, it's different.
Magnum is a serious ice cream.
I like to eat it slowly. You squeeze with your teeth, and then crack.
It's like sliding in between silk sheets.
Best bit's picking the chocolate off.
It's just gorgeous. Reckless. I feel reckless.
I feel guilty, but not that guilty.
I wouldn't share it.
Check the mics out. 1, 2, oh shit, it's not a maiden gig, man, you know what I mean? Like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, just checking out. It's the only bit I get to do, so I like to do like 1, 2, like that. Don't get to do a lot in this job, you know? Because I'm just sorting a few things out and that'll be ready to rock in a minute. I'm not funny enough, like that. Well, I'm funny down the pub and that. I'm right laugh, you know, like that. A lot of people invite me out because I'm such a good laugh and that, but I'm not like, you know, funny bloke or anything like that. It's just true, because I don't... Anyone go to Glastonbury this year? Or Glast, if you go a lot, we call it, like that. Or if you go all the time, we just go Glast. Well, I was checking for Ned's Atomic Dustbin, great band, and I had this new boy on the job, like, and basically, simple job. All we had to do was set up a full popping spiral hedge fluter, like that, you know, with main laser rig, you know. We had a high-speed tapered shaft spiral flute reamer, right? And do you know what he does, right? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. One end, he's got white metal bush. The other end, he's got half dog point. You know, I just laughed. Anyway, halfway through the set, it spins off, kills 4 crusties. You know what I mean? Because I work with them all. I work with all the big guys. I've worked with Bowie. I worked with Bowie's drummers, cousins, wedding disco. Smart, isn't it? Yeah, I worked with Led Zeppelin. He's a brilliant bloke. Buy a pint anytime. Lovely fellow, really is a great bloke. And see this, I got this, right? See this. Jean-Michel Jarre gave me that. But, there's some great people in rock and roll, like Jace Donovan. He's a smashing fella, really nice bloke. The only thing, you've got to be a bit careful with him, because he gets a bit touchy if you give him like a can of ginger beer or something. But I went out to his studio the other day, and I went and had a cup of tea while he made his album, and it was a great time. So, are we ready?
Right, yeah, lads, this album isn't made. The whole thing's a shambles. You've been broadcasting to the nation for the last 2 minutes.
Oh, right.
If you can call 17 people a nation. Off you go to my dressing room. Go and unblock my S-bend, because I think it's, I'm going to sit over here. Cool. Another 10 quid, they could have had Joan Bakewell. Right, and now for a man who's been voted the most promising newcomer of Edinburgh 1993. And so in 3 months' time, he'll be a has-been, unfortunately. I jest, of course. Would you please welcome the very lovely Dominic Holland.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello. I thought I would talk about tennis. Wimbledon was good. Monica Seles wasn't there because she got stabbed. The guy stabbed Monica to make Steffi Graf #1. And I was thinking, God, imagine trying to do that for Jeremy Bates. Think about it. You'd have to stab thousands of you, wouldn't you? You'd have to go all over the world. Excuse me, mate. You number 420. We've got him. Jeremy did very well last year. He won 3 matches, but he was wearing a tank top, which I thought was so British on a very hot day. He must have got up in the morning, pulled back the curtains, and said, look, darling, it's going to be an absolute scorcher. Oh, I don't know, though. There's a cloud. It could turn. Give me my tank top. You look crap. I was thinking, Jeremy, well played, mate. Good shot, but take it off. You look shit. Even the umpire. 15 all. Jeremy, for God's sake, take it off, mate, will you? Jeremy won his match. He was very excited. He took his tank top off, threw it into the crowd. They threw it back. But caught it. He went, Jeremy, it's a tank top. It's crap. Throw us your shirt. He goes, I can't. I haven't got a vest on. British sport is a very good subject to do for comedy because you just have to report it. Like Adrian Morehouse came last in the Olympics, and I was thinking, you know, I could have done that without training. I mean, I would have been a lot slower, but I could have walked. And what the athletes are doing to enhance their performance is they're taking the hormones of animals that correspond to their event, you see, and so the swimmers are going with fish hormone. But the British went for the wrong fish, because the Russians are very experienced. They went for the tuna. Very fast, very direct, gold medal. But the British went for the mussel, which is crap. Welcome to the 100-metre final. And the rough. The Russians are doing very well. The Englishman stuck to the side of the pool. Thank you very much indeed. Good night. Thank you very much.
This next act is so funny, I'm going to take the precaution of putting some newspaper down there. And I hope I don't get newsprint on my bottom. Still, it could be late night reading for somebody, couldn't it? Please would you welcome the very lovely Phil Kay, ladies and gentlemen.
ovation, yes! Clapping, clapping like this. Hey! And let's, wait, stop, let's have a Mexican sit-down, right, after 3. After 3, a Mexican sit-down, everyone go, ooh, just sit down. Starting at that side there, are you ready to do this? If you're ready to do this, go like that. Right, you're ready to do it, so after 3, Mexican sit-down, ooh, right, after 3, 1, 2, 3. So what's your name? Where are you from? Good to see you, smashing. Hey, give me an F. Thanks a lot, cheers. So, hey, dear Flo, I love you so, especially in your 19... Anyway, so, I'd like to start the show with an impersonation. Do you like impersonations? Smashing. Right. Who's this? Oh, it's Bobby Charlton. And his lovely brother, Jackie. Hey. Whoa, body form. Body form for confidence. Body form. Have you seen that ever where she's so confident of a tampon that she goes skydiving? She's like... Whoa. Whoa. Body form. Body form for confidence. So, big hand for Colin Jackson and that new hurdles record. But you know, there's something about men who wear glasses. They can't see, that's it. But, so, Colin Jackson could have done to increase his hurdle, to reduce the hurdle record even further, I think, would be to sneak into the hurdle stadium at night, if all the hurdles are laid out, right? He sneaks in with a big toolkit, right? And he saws all the hurdles down the middle and puts a hinge at the end, either side, so they open like that. And then while everyone else is going, he's just running through them like that. Like into 100 saloons. Right, so by the way, I'd like to finish now with a small tribute. A small tribute to the late Whitney Houston, who was killed this evening in a horrific varnishing a bench type accident. I'd like to finish now with my tribute to the late Whitney Houston, who died this evening in a, as I say, Whitney Houston. So anyway, I had to sort of a great trick to play on a weightlifter, right? You put weights only on one end. Thanks a lot, that's all from me. Thanks very much for being awesome. Super duper everyone.
Now, my next guest wrote a book last year called The Clitoris, and apparently it didn't sell very well at all. Men couldn't find it in the bookshops. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Brand.
Nice ironic whistle there, thanks. Now, I wanted to do some searing political material tonight, but unfortunately I'm a pathetic girly and we don't know anything about politics. So, civil war in Yugoslavia, that's not going to get the washing up done or the beds made, is it? No. And I do read Woman's Own, so I am currently knitting a map of the new Soviet Union, and it's getting smaller, which is brilliant, because I hate frigging knitting. Yes, I do. But I like to see women getting involved in politics, and I thought it was brilliant, you know, a few months ago when those women went down the mine and did that protest for 4 days. Bet they left it nice and tidy, eh? And we've also got women priests at long last, and I'd like to point out, actually, that I predicted that in a dream that I had about a year ago. I did, because I actually dreamt I was at the Last Supper, funnily enough, because I like to dream I'm at meals when I'm not actually awake, you know. And Jesus was there, of course, and he was handing out the bread, saying, "This is my body, eat this in memory of me." Then he gave out the wine, said, "This is my blood, drink this in memory of me." And I piped up and said, "Isn't there anything for pudding? I'm bloody starving over here, mate." And we got women priests. Ooh, blasphemy. Ooh, dear. No, it's a bit worrying, actually. So I did that line the other night in a theatre, and just after I'd said it, a big voice boomed out, "Will everyone leave the building immediately?" And I thought it was God. I was shitting myself, you know. I think we're all right. But at least we're not as bonkers as the Americans over here. Something to be thankful for. Waco. What was that all about? One religious fanatic holding 30 children against their will. In my day, we used to call that Sunday school. You know, they're going a bit loony in Hollywood at the moment over violence in films, and apparently Anthony Hopkins has said he's not going to do Silence of the Lambs 2 unless there's no violence and he doesn't have to eat anyone. Completely the opposite of my requirements for a night out there. And I just wonder whether they're going to conjure up some American scientists to invent human corn. Yum, tastes just like a real buttock and only 250 calories there, Mavis. And let's face it, you know, the only reason that character is called Hannibal is so it rhymes with cannibal. It's pathetic, isn't it? I don't think we're going to be too keen to go and see Reggie the Veggie, are we? Of course, the other film, actually, that really got me this year was that film Indecent Proposal. I didn't go and see it. You know, the one where Robert Redford offers Demi Moore £1 million to sleep with him. And there was an advert on the telly all the time to make you go and see it. And at the end, there was a little question, and it was, "What would you do?" Oh, I don't know. I'd shag him for a tenner. What's all the fuss about? I have to say, actually, I'm glad the summer's over. I don't like the heat myself, because I get very jealous, you know, of all these pretty, slim, blonde little girlies going down on the beach in their bikinis and getting skin cancer. Hurrah. There is a God. Yes, there is. Because, obviously, you know, beach holidays are very difficult for me, because every time I wade out into the sea, Red Adair lands on me and tries to put my fag out. So, I've had a good year, actually, because I went on tour a few months ago, and it's great on tour. You know, I was up in the northeast, a great gig, got very drunk, picked up this bloke, took him back to the hotel, shagging on the lawn, bloody hotel slides down into the sea. I couldn't believe it. Did the earth move? It certainly bloody did, darling. One way of getting him to sleep on the wet patch, anyway. That's all from me. Thanks a lot.
Well then, I don't know about you, and you don't know about me, frankly. Not the half of it, anyway. So let's leave it like that. But I think it's time for some more music. So let's get in the groove, as the young people say, with Death Bang Party.
Friends, Romans and countrymen, I hear the questions of mice and men. It's love, love, love. That's what I'm dreaming of. A little gift from the gods above.
I wanna say a word or two to you about myself. Don't wanna end up as a booking on that lonely shelf. But me and Desmond Morris are just two of a kind. Can the world shake the weight of the questions on my mind? The questions on my mind. I'm thinking all the time. There's questions on my mind. Have I told you about my daydream sitting in the park, watching the animals go to my tune and Noah's Ark? Well, I blame it on this sex I'm in about all the time. Sex on the ark, the vultures and the dirty swine. Just wanna go to some biblical orgy on the bread and wine. Does God exist or what? These are the questions on my mind. The questions on my mind. I'm thinking all the time. There's questions on my mind. Oh. I always seem to want the things I'll never get. And even laying in the sun, I'm still a little wet. It's all the sex I keep on knowing about all the time. Sex on TV, on the love life of the porcupine. And their little bulging eyes as they whine and grind. Are they in pain or what? These are the questions on my mind. The questions on my mind. I'm thinking all the time. There's questions on my mind. These are the questions